what's good, Commanders fans? Just wanted to make a quick video today. Making this video early in the morning. May not post it until like 10 a.m. or something like that. We'll see. But I do want to talk about Kendrick Bourne. So Kendrick Bourne, and I do want to talk about Andrew Thomas a little bit too, because I don't think he's going to play. Theo Johnson too. I'll talk about him a little bit too. But Kendrick Bourne, I'm not going to say, so he's doing the right thing by going on these visits and not immediately signing. Now, what I will say, because I thought he was going to sign with the Niners because Jawan Jennings was out, but Jawan Jennings participated in practice on September 1st. So on Labor Day, he did come back to practice, and then Kendrick visited the Niners on September 1st. He visited us on September 2nd. He put up the Instagram post or Instagram story. So he has gone to 2 visits now and has left each visit unsigned. I do think that is a positive sign that he did not sign with the Niners after that visit, because if he really liked the roster dynamic or the deal that they put on the table, I think he would have immediately signed it if he was wowed by the deal. But apparently he was not wowed, or he just wanted to do his due diligence and see and talk to Adam Peters, who he is familiar with when he was the assistant. Adam Peters was the assistant GM with the Niners. If he just wanted to, out of respect, just sit down with Adam, sit down with Dan Quinn. They probably took him out to DC Prime. They might have taken him to the Fogo de Chao or one of the places out in Ashburn, Alexandria, or whatever, DC, Northern Virginia, one of those nice restaurants out there. You know, if they really want to wow him, DC Prime. Definitely don't take him to Ben's Chili Bowl. Shout out to Ben's Chili Bowl, but don't take him there. One of the nice restaurants out in DC for sure. So, but I think the Jawan Jennings news, him coming back, is really big, because my reasoning was that he was going to sign there instead of here, because I'm not going to say we're loaded at receiver, but our top 3 guys. With the Niners, you don't really know their top 3 guys. It's Jawan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall, Brandon Ayuk is injured. And I think he would have a better opportunity to get more targets with the San Fran with the Niners at this point. Let me look at the Niners depth chart real quick. Where opposed to here, he would be wide receiver number 4, battling with Jalen Lane for wide receiver number 4 or 5, and then Luke McCaffrey would be wide receiver number 6. And he's definitely going to be above Luke McCaffrey 110%. And the Niners, they did bring in Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And Marquez Valdes-Scantling is not terrible, but Kendrick Bourne is better than Marquez Valdes-Scantling, in my opinion. Marquez Valdes-Scantling does different things. Sky Moore, he's been a disappointment his whole career. But when Kendrick Bourne is healthy, he's capable of getting you 500 to 800 yards receiving, which is perfect for us, or 400. I would be happy if Kendrick comes in and gave us 400 yards or something, like 300, 400. That would be more than what De'Ami Brown gave us in a regular season. That would be way more than what KJ Osborne gave us, or what I thought he was going to give us. He didn't give us anything at all. And Kendrick, this is the thing about Adam Peters. We know kind of how he operates around this time. He doesn't claim anybody off waivers. That's what he'll do. And then the whole practice squad, the whole gang will be brought back. The whole practice squad, nobody will be poached or claimed by anybody else. Nobody's claiming Michael Dieter. Nobody's claiming Chris Moore, who's awful. Or Ja'Cory Brooks, who I thought played well. Nobody claimed him. So the same thing happened last year. The whole gang came back from the practice squad. Everybody that got cut from the 90-man roster, they all got brought. Majority of those guys got brought back. And then he'll claim 2 random, I don't want to call them random. He'll claim 2 people from another team or whatever that got released. Like Donovan Edwards, we signed him, and then we signed somebody else, I can't remember. And then another guard. Last year we signed, I think, Bobby Price to the practice squad after the cuts were made. And then Jalen Simpson, the defensive lineman from the Niners, we signed him to the practice squad. So this is 2 years in a row he's doing something similar. And my point is, this is Noah Brown. You can compare Kendrick Bourne to Noah Brown. Noah Brown got released. We picked him up. Now Kendrick Bourne got released. Now, possibly, I think it's a 55% chance that we bring in Kendrick Bourne. So I am pretty optimistic. I wouldn't be surprised if he signs with the Niners. But I feel like this is the Noah Brown move for sure, where Kendrick Bourne is brought in, and he's going to be great depth. You can't rely on Noah Brown. So he may come in and be wide receiver number 3 by November, December, just how things shake out. You never know. But hopefully, knock on wood, Noah Brown stays healthy. And I think it would be like a 1-year deal, $3-4 million. Not much at all. We'll see what the money's going to look like. But I like Kendrick Bourne. I think he's a great yak guy. And I think he would take over that OZ role or basically the OZ role, the Jamison Crowder role on this team. But I want to get a quick word in for Sleeper, and then we're going to move on to Andrew Thomas. What's good, y'all? I just want to give a quick shout out to Sleeper. I have a great deal for you guys and a great promo code. Sleeper is a fantasy app where you do more or less on player projections. First time users, you get up to $100 deposit match on your first deposit for your first time using Sleeper with promo code Oliver. This year, we're going to do a win-loss record. We're going to count the plays that I give you guys, the more or less player projections each week. So, of course, we're going to take advantage of the Dak Prescott promo code or promo that they have going on. Dak Prescott, more than a half a passing yard. He's clearly going to get that once he steps onto the football field. And then we're going to go with more Terry McLaurin, 4.5 receptions against the Giants. Terry has only gotten less than 4.5 receptions against the Giants twice in his career. Every time he's played him, he always gets, more than 4.5 receptions against the Giants. So make sure you guys use promo code Oliver for 100% deposit match up to $100 for your first time using Sleeper. We're going to be making picks more on Jaden Daniels' rushing yards and more on his pass yards a lot this year. But this week, we're going to start off with Terry McLaurin, more than 4.5 receptions. So make sure you guys check out Sleeper and take advantage of the promo code Oliver for 100% deposit, $100 deposit match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. Make sure you guys check out Sleeper. Let's get back to the video. All right, so that's really it with Kendrick Bourne. I do think I'm not going to say he's milking this right now, but he's taking his time with it. I think a decision will be made today, September 3rd. The game is on the 7th, so, if he wants to get acclimated, he probably won't even play on Sunday against the Giants. But like I said, I think this signing is where you need the depth in the middle of the season, like for that Jamison Crowder role, that Alameda Zaccheaus role, where you come in, you're wide receiver number 4, you're needed a little bit later in the season, you fool around and get 500 receiving yards just because Jaden Daniels is going to make you better and give you targets. So that's what I think Kendrick Bourne is going to come in and do if he does. And Demarcus Robinson is suspended on the Niners too, another wide receiver. So they are very, very thin at the receiver spot. But I think with Juwan Jennings coming back, it kind of makes it a little bit tougher for him. So it really is a toss-up, man. It's a 50-50. We'll see what Adam offers, but he would be wide receiver number 4 battling with Jalen Lane for that wide receiver 4 spot. But he may take it over Jalen Lane just because of the veteran presence, and he's been there, done that in the league before. So we'll see. All right, so let's move on to Andrew Thomas. So Giants fans are really freaking out, man. Andrew Thomas obviously is super important to their team. You look at the points per game with Andrew Thomas, they average 19.4 points per game, which is still not a lot through the last 3 seasons that he's been there. Without Andrew Thomas, they average 12.3 points per game, which is a really, really big difference as well. Their record with Andrew Thomas is 6-10, which is still awful. But the record without Andrew Thomas is 3-15. Andrew Thomas, listen to it, he had a Lisfranc injury. And he had surgery. He had surgery, and then he had surgery again. Let me look up when he had the second surgery, because the second surgery is the main setback. So he had a second surgery in April. And that definitely could elongate the time. But he does not sound optimistic in playing. So this is a quote for Andrew Thomas. He says, "I think that's something I guess I'll have to cross when I get there. I'm not really sure. I think mentally I'll be fine. I understand the offense, what I have to do. But there is some of that, just the conditioning, taking reps, and feeling like myself." Where's the other quote? But he's only done one-on-one individual drills. He's not done any 11-on-11s. He says, quote, "I haven't really done a ton of reps. I've done some individual drills, took some one-on-one reps. I'm just trying to progress slowly. So we'll see." But like I said, I'm not making any projections right now. That's about playing for week 1. He just doesn't sound comfortable. He doesn't sound confident at all. He also says, quote, "I want to be back, but if I don't feel comfortable to perform at the level I think I can, I don't think it makes sense for me to be out there." So I really don't think Andrew Thomas is going to be out there. Honestly, if he played or not, I still have us winning the game anyway. But, you look at Dorrance Armstrong, you look at Von Miller, you look at Jacob Martin and our pass rushers, Dietrich Wise. This is something they got to take an advantage of, man. They got to take an advantage of Andrew Thomas not being out there for sure. So it's just something to keep an eye on. We will get the first injury report of the season. So they're going to have to put Noah Brown on there finally. Oh, my gosh. People don't agree with me. Dan Quinn likes to keep his stuff to the vest and not tell and stuff like that and keep things a secret and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, come on. Just say what it is so we can move on. Noah Brown looks good, of course, but I do want to, they're just going to put knee injury anyway, but still. And Theo Johnson, he hasn't really participated in practice. Their tight end. He wasn't even at one of the preseason games, so it's not looking favorable for him either. But like I said, we don't have to rely on people being out. Who cares? I want them to be full strength, so there's no excuses. But if Theo Johnson is out, that is a pretty significant loss for them. They still have Malik Neighbors, Wan'Dale Robinson, Darius Slayton, and I think Daniel Bellinger is still on their team as a tight end. But if Andrew Thomas is out, that blind side, Von Miller on third downs, he's got to feast. He's got to eat. He's got to take advantage of that opportunity for sure, which I think he will, even if Andrew Thomas is out there. So, all right, guys, that's about it for now. We'll talk about the injury report a little bit later today. The first official injury report, I do want to react to that. I want to see, I think Bill might be on there with the shoulder. He may not. We'll see. But I do want to see what they say about Noah Brown. Of course, is he a full participant? Is he a DNP? Marshawn Lattimore, for the first time, will not be on the injury report, which will be really, really nice to see. So, but all right, you guys let me know what you guys think. As always, Healthy Commanders. Peace.